Well, welcome to another edition of Brewed Awakenings. My name is Ray Willis. And right now things are weird. Let's just face it, it's weird. People ask me how I'm doing or how things are going, and I almost always respond with, well, it's just weird. And we find ourselves in this state, in this temporary phase, where things are no longer the way they were, and they're not yet what they're going to be. We're in this transitional state. Anthropologists have a term for this transitional state. It's called liminality, or being in a liminal phase. And all it means is that you are in between. You are on the threshold of becoming something. For single people, it might be, if they desire to get married, that first they become engaged and then they become married. But it's in this time of engagement that they find themselves in a liminal state. And all it means is they can no longer act single, nor are they considered truly single, but they're not yet married, and so therefore they cannot act married. And so this is a temporary state. And thankfully, this is a temporary state that we find ourselves in. And over the past several days, I've noticed that people have been focusing their Brewed Awakenings on the book of Philippians. And by the way, Paul, the Apostle Paul, wrote Philippians while he was in a liminal state of being in prison. But he writes this, and I think these words are very instructive for us today. He says, I want to know Christ and experience the mighty power that raised him from the dead. I want to suffer with him, sharing in his death, so that one way or another, I will experience the resurrection from the dead. He continues by saying, I don't mean to say that I have already achieved these things or that I have already reached perfection, but I press on to possess that perfection for which Christ Jesus first possessed me. No, brothers and sisters, I have not achieved it, but I focus on this one thing, and this is what I want us to focus on this morning. Paul says, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead, I press on to reach the end of the race and receive the heavenly prize for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us. And that's our word for today. Let's not focus on the past, but let's focus on the prize, the heavenly prize, for which God, through Christ Jesus, is calling us.